How's it going, YouTube? And happy Thursday. If you're new here, this is My Comic Life. And My Comic Life is a comic blog that comes out Monday through Friday. So if you like what you see here, go hit that subscribe button. I'm also doing a giveaway. So if you leave a comment and be a subscriber and leave hopefully a thumbs up, you are in the running for a digital version of Gunning for Hits issue number 1, which I will send to you on Comixology. So if you have a Comixology account, you could get a free comic, which is a really good comic, by the way. So, the question I have for you is, what non-Marvel and DC book, and that's a superhero based, have you really enjoyed? Because last night, I had the big plans of reading all these books that I picked up, but then I took a couple shots of whiskey, and next thing I know, I fell asleep, and I slept for hours. To the point where my dog, he woke me up, he was like, dude, I need to go take a shit. And man, this little chihuahua, man, he was like shitting everywhere. And I was like, well, thank you for not doing it in my place. So last night, I got my previews for, I think it's for May. And I noticed on here, we have a new event happening in May with DCeased. I was really happy to see that Tom Taylor's the one who's writing this, and he went on record on Twitter saying that this is not in continuity, so he can do anything he wants. So that just really has me really excited. Also, in the past couple weeks, DC has announced that they're cutting a lot of their books back and trying to get more quality in there than just throwing so much things to the wall like Marvel does. Which there's a lot of Marvel books that are just really fantastic. But of course, when you have so much stuff, you have characters like Spider-Man who's in 8 different books, or Wolverine who's in 9 different books. And DC's trying to, dwindle stuff back and try to get back to basics, it feels like. And so I'm really excited for this DCeased event that's going to be happening. Hopefully it has a better schedule than Doomsday Clock. Because Doomsday Clock has just been, I read the first, 4 issues, and then I got to the point where I was just like, okay, this thing's, not coming out on a regular basis. I'm just going to wait to read it all when it comes into a trade paperback or hardcover. And then if I like it enough, which I thought was it's okay, but if I like it enough, I'll go back and try to find the issues. So last night, I heard some great things about this Thunderbolt series. So I had issue number 1. I hadn't read it yet. And I got issue number 2 yesterday. This Thunderbolt series, hopefully it's going to be an ongoing. It is so damn good. In the first issue, you had this big old event that's happening where the city is basically being destroyed by these aliens. It's very much a cliche, but the way that they do this cliche is really intriguing. You get to see these cast of 5 different characters, and they're talking to Thunderbolt, and you get all the backstory that felt so quick, and once a little just even a little sentence explaining who the character was. It was really well done. It was just a new person like me could get into this whole entire world in just 1 page and have a grasp on what everyone's job is and what they can do. It was really refreshing to see, because sometimes it can just drag on and on and on. But in this book, I'm trying to get that glare out. But in this book, I didn't feel that it dragged on and on and on. There's this great point in there where when you get to see the destruction, all the first 4 pages are all done and has 1 splash page, and I was like, is the whole comic gonna be like this? And then there's a point in there where one of our superheroes attacks Thunderbolt, and it's in a 9-panel layout. And at the last panel, he blocks the hit, and he says, I see 9 moves ahead. And I was like, wait a minute. And I look at the panel layout, I was like, it's 9 panels! He really did see 9, 9 steps ahead. This book is so good. And when Thunderbolt finally decides to help out the human race, and he's very reluctant to do it, because he's like, you guys, the human race is horrible. Maybe it does need a restart. But of course he's like, let me go read the scroll, these ancient texts, which he's, I guess, the sole survivor, or the one who's supposed to have the knowledge of these texts. And he's going through, and he's like, okay, I gotta help. And he devises this plan that goes off with, like, just one after another. He says, hit here, hit here, hit here. And these are the pressure points. And once you hit these points, the whole entire thing will start to crash. And it had an ending that was just like, so like, whoa, okay. Where I kind of don't want to ruin that ending, because this book was just, it did superheroes right. It didn't need all this continuity. You just drop into this issue and know who the characters are just by one little sentence. And yes, some of the dialogue when they were doing those, the background of the characters, it could be, you know, a little bit too much for somebody that knows these characters. Like, they'd be like, oh, come on, let's keep on moving. But it does move at a brisk pace. And this series, this issue, felt very lean. Like, there was no point in this where it just felt like fat, which was really, really good. And then I get into issue number 2, because I was just like, after reading issue number 1, I was like, I need to read issue number 2. And you get more backstory on this villain that's in here, and I was just like, oh my god, I am so in! I am so in! And when he's talking to these heroes, and he's like, alright, we're going to need to get into this different dimension to go confront this one guy, and the panel layouts in those scenes were so good. Like, really good. Like, this whole entire series, I'm just like, it's a mind trip about how good it is. And like, I like it. You get the characters, every character gets a point to shine. And I would highly recommend anybody go out there and pick out this Perter Cannon Thunderbolt series. And then I post on Twitter, and Jack, who's one of my followers, who's a really good supporter of my channel, so thank you, Jack, he informs me that there was a mini-series back in, I think, 2012 to 2014, or something like that, and after reading these 2 issues, I need to go find those issues out. I need to go read, or find out some more about the Perter Cannon characters. So, this series is just really, really good. I don't want to ruin everything, because I think that this is a series you just should jump into and just be blown away like I am. So, of course, my question is, what non-Marvel and DC superhero have you seen done right in other publishers, like Image, Dark Horse, Dynamite, so on and so forth? So let me know down below what's your favorite. And my name is David Lee, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, because right now I gotta go to work. It sucks, but I gotta go to work. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on My Comic Life with some more comic reviews.